This right here, we've got a dog. His name is Frenchie, and ironically, he is also a Frenchie. Oh yeah. Right now, we're gonna be training with him, working on some stuff. He previously had a little bit of obedience set on him before, we're starting with him right now. Previously, he had him and his brother, who's also another Frenchie, came into us for training because they went after a newborn baby. Not maliciously, not aggressively, but because they have obsessive behaviors. You can see right now he's very obsessive over this toy, and he's going crazy over this ball toy. Well, when the owners brought the baby home that was a newborn, they, didn't know what it was, and natural curiosity, they were excited and went after, bit the owner, the mother, as she was holding the newborn. And so one of the things we're focusing on with them is excitement around toy items such as this. So this is awesome because we can use this to build obedience. Place. We can use this as a motivator. Place to motivate the dog to do what we like. But we can't use this as a motivator, and we can't address the underlying emotion of the dog and deal with the root cause. Which is that, again, that excitement. Without adding some level of control. So today we're going to add some control over the toy. We're going to use it, we're going to play with the dog, but we're going to add some control, add some obedience. You can see right here, if I were to just throw the toy, he's probably going to jump off, right? So we're going to use release words. Okay. To play with him. But we're also going to try to teach him a drop command. Looking forward. Drop. It's for him to relinquish control of that toy. Completely, so that I can go in and touch it. Again, we want to add control around excitement. When there's something exciting, a newborn baby, a child running in the street, he needs to learn self-control is the key to getting the reward. Okay, good boy. And the only time he's released, the only time he's allowed to show that is when I give him permission. Good boy. You can see with that one, and this is drop. The idea is we want him to release drop the toy when we say drop without us having to use that leash. The leash and the collar is just there. Come on, Frenchie. Just there as a control measure. Oh boy. So that we can add rules to the game, right? If he plays this game and there's no rules, then he's just mindlessly biting whatever he wants, such as a newborn baby. Drop. He also has to have consequences for breaking those rules, i.e. the leash and collar. That is the consequence. That is the way in which we utilize the tool. We also, when we're teaching this to the dog, we want him to understand that he's not allowed to bite it until, there's a release. There's that release, that permission to bite. And then when we give him permission, drop. He's allowed to bite it until we tell him otherwise. This is building impulse control on the dog. He's not allowed to bite it. If he does, there's a consequence. And if he does, again, sometimes you gotta be persistent with the dog until they get the point. Especially a dog like this, they're determined. Go wait for a little bit of eye contact. Oh boy, if you look at me, I'm going to reward that. Now these dogs, again, they can be very, very determined dogs, which makes them awesome to work with. Because if we can channel all that obedience, we can channel all that into obedience, all that desire, we can get some amazing obedience out of this dog. But without that control, without that impulse, then we can't get that. Oh boy. If he goes for it, I just deny it. I just either drop it and don't let him get it, or I pull it away from him so he can't get it. Okay. And when I get that impulse control, when I get that compliance, he gets the ball. Frenchie. Come on, Frenchie. Let's go. Oh boy. Again, we're just layering rules, adding consequences for those rules. Drop. Oh boy. Nope. Stop. We can't teach obedience. Nope. Unless we have this first. Nope. If he goes for it, I'm gonna again stop him. Use the collar if I have to. This is just building that impulse control. Good boy. And then when given permission, he's allowed to bite that toy. Anytime he goes for the ball, I tell him nope, and I reset him. If he gets off place, nope, place. I use the same words, right? So we're teaching the dog a language, and that language is going to transfer over into the obedience, but we teach it in play. Nice. Oh boy. And this is very important for almost any dog. You gotta teach clarity to the dog. We don't want to confuse the dog. We'll be very clear. When I say no, it means no. It's as simple as red light, green light. You stop on a red light, you go on a green light. If you go on a red light, you're gonna get pulled over by the cops or you get hit by another car. If you go on a green light, well, nothing bad happens. Drop. Oh boy. That right there, what I just did, is I've broken the cycle. I had him do obedience, he was chasing the reward. As he was chasing the reward, I put him back into obedience. That's very important because it teaches the dog how to listen when in a heightened state of arousal, when the dog's excited. Again, a dog like this, he's here because he got in trouble. He was going after a newborn baby because he thought the newborn baby was a toy. This impulse control is going to be crucial to teaching that, but not only the impulse control, teaching him when he's allowed to go, when he's going crazy, when he's excited, when he hears that baby crying, and the owner say, place, he has to respond. That's what we need to teach him. That's what he needs. He doesn't need hundreds of repetitions. He just needs few and powerful repetitions, that teach him when he's allowed and when he's not allowed to fight. And he learns that obedience, patience, is what rewards. Oh boy, nice, Frenchie.